opinions of the host, guests, and callers. They do not necessarily represent the views of the advertisers, management, staff, or ownership of WCTC.
This is the show where Jersey matters. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyle, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
What is it about the Garden State that makes it such fertile ground for high and lowbrow entertainment?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey.
7:08, it's hour number 2 of Jersey Central on a Tell-a-Friend Tuesday morning on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Great to have you with us here this morning. Contest coming up a little bit later on. Chance to win a voucher good for a pair of tickets to see Clever Little Lies, starring Marlo Thomas at the West Side Theater in New York City. Joining me now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, I want to welcome in Jordan E. Goodman. Of course, you know him as America's Money Answers Man. You can check out his website, too, at moneyanswers.com. And we're going to talk about the financial impact that the events that happened in Paris. What do we need to be concerned with about that in terms of financial issues here in the United States? So let's welcome Jordan E. Goodman to the show this morning. Mr. Goodman, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Great to be with you, Bert. Yeah, I think it's going to have a lot of implications. I really do, because it makes people very cautious. Think of what happened after 9/11 here, right? People stopped shopping. People stopped traveling. People are cautious about going to stadiums and malls and Disney World and all the kind of places that people gather. I've been hearing lately people don't want to go to Grand Central Station, or, you just don't know where they're going to hit. I mean, yesterday ISIS said they may hit Washington next, but who knows where they're going to hit.
Sure.
And it just makes people very nervous and has a depressing impact on the economy.
Yeah, and I think with us getting the official word this morning also about that Russian airliner now officially brought down by a terrorist explosive device, This will have an impact on the airline industry too.
And the airline stocks fell yesterday on that as well. It just adds a level of uncertainty. And I think another area is the Fed Reserve. The Fed Reserve is wanting to raise interest rates at the December meeting, December 15th, 16th. But I think this may put them on hold. They say they're data dependent. Well, they're also dependent on where people are at. And right now, people are very nervous, not only here but around the world. And that means you don't raise interest rates in a very uncertain environment. Now, yesterday, the stock market went up sharply.
Okay.
But I don't think it's particularly good for investing either. Wall Street works on what they call risk on or risk off. Well, this makes risk off. People in general are more cautious about investing in this kind of environment. They keep their money in CDs and money market funds and treasury bills sitting there earning nothing. So they don't lose anything, but they don't earn anything in these environments. So it really has a lot of impacts across the economy.
Yeah. Is that advisable and perhaps maybe just as a temporary sort of safe haven to just kind of not be quite so aggressive from the investor's perspective?
Well, I'll tell you something I'm doing, Bert, as a safe haven that earns something instead of having your money sit in the CDs savings account earning nothing. Something I've been doing lately are what are called commercial mortgage bridge loans.
Okay.
And there's a website related to that, commercialmortgagebridgeloans.com. It's a way of earning 6% super safely over 1 year. You get monthly checks, get your money back at the end of the year. These are loans to high-quality commercial real estate projects, restaurants, hospitals, hotels, apartment buildings, whatever it may be. They need the money for 1 year to fix the place up, and then they pay you monthly interest. At the end of the year, the project's done. You get your money back. You can either do another one or take your money back, whatever you like. But there's a nice safe haven where you're getting 6% in an environment normally we'd be getting 0 to kind of ride. It has nothing to do whatsoever with the stock market, bond market, anything like that. If interest rates go up, it wouldn't affect you at all because you get your money back in a year and then you can reinvest at higher rates. So
Sure.
If that might be of interest to the audience, again, commercialmortgagebridgeloans.com, or they can always email me about it at moneyanswers.com. That's
Sure.
the kind of safe haven I'm looking for.
Okay.
The overall trend here,
Yeah.
I think, is deflationary. Deflationary, meaning prices falling for things, less demand. Now you're seeing oil, which a year ago was over $100 a barrel, is now like the 40, 41, something like that. I think it could go into the 30s. And everything that just happened with Paris could make it go even further because there's going to be less demand, people flying less, traveling less, buying less stuff. That means demand goes up not only for oil, but all the commodities. Copper's at a 6-year low, aluminum, coal, lumber, soybeans, you name it. They're all down dramatically. These are signs of deflation. So what that means in deflation is the value of your money actually increases because your purchasing power gets better as prices fall. which is a very different way of people thinking. We've been so used to, for so many decades actually, inflation, where prices increase and the value of your money is decreasing. If you can hold on to your money, earn a decent yield like the bridge loans I mentioned, and earn 6% or something like that, the value of your money is increasing because prices go down. When you see around Jersey, you've got gasoline below $2 a gallon in
Yes,
many
we
cases
do.
now. Right?
Yeah.
It's going to go even lower than that. It might go to like $1.50, as amazing as that may be.
Yeah, how about that? Our guest is Jordan Goodman this morning. He's America's Money Answers man. You can visit his website, moneyanswers.com. And we're talking about financial impact of the terrorist attacks in Paris that happened on Friday and what we can expect going forward. Let's take a look at the European economy. Jordan, the euro is their currency, obviously challenged around the world before any of this happened.
Right.
What's what's in store for the European Union and for the strength or weakness of the euro?
Very, very bad for the euro. So what I think is going to be politically the result of this is you're going to have, it's already been happening, but an acceleration of a move to the right, to the far right in Europe. In France, they have what's called the National Front, which has been like the second strongest party. That might win the next election. And the same in Germany and Denmark and Sweden and England, all kinds of places. The right wing that's very anti-immigrant, I think is going to gain a lot of power out of this whole thing because people are so fearful. Already, even yesterday, some countries closed off their borders to these refugees, and that happened in the United States as well. Several governors said they don't want to take in any Syrian refugees. What's going to happen to these people? What is going to happen to these, whatever, 2-3 million people? Not only Syria, but wanting to go to Libya and Iraq and just the general chaos in the Middle East. It's going to be an enormous problem. You can't just dump them all in Greece because they're already in bad shape as it is.
Yeah.
So this all hurts the euro because in general, these far-right parties are very anti-European. They're very kind of nationalistic. You know, the National Front wants France, not Europe. So I think it's very, very bad news for the euro, actually.
Yeah, and even our governor yesterday saying at this point he wouldn't even allow a 5-year-old orphan to enter New Jersey
Right.
with the Syrian refugees. So that's kind of his opinion on everything
and we
that's
don't even
going
have
on.
them yet. In Europe, they've already landed. Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, some places, Germany's been kind of nice about it and letting them in. But this adds a whole new element. And I think one of the terrorists did, in fact, have a Syrian passport. I think the other ones were pretty much homegrown in France. But it makes people very nervous, rightly so.
I agree.
Who are these people coming in, and are they going to do other further bombing? So it really is going to make a major rightward swing in the political structure in Europe, which is anti-Euro.
Yeah, and there was already speculation about the Syrian refugees that a very small percentage of them were even from Syria in the first place. So
yeah, it doesn't take many. I mean, we had, 8 people here in this case causing such chaos?
Right.
So it doesn't take many people. Now, they were well organized and well trained, but it doesn't take many to upset the entire apple cart. So, I mean, I really feel terribly for these people who are just trying to get out of this horrible situation in Syria, but there may be no place for them to go. They're already closing borders, and I think more are going to be closed because of this incident.
Yeah, America's Money Answers man, Jordan Goodman. You can visit his website, moneyanswers.com. And thank you for your input this morning, Jordan. And hopefully we can talk again soon, sir.
Absolutely. Glad to help, Bert. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, Jersey.